everybody, this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and today I have a 3D Valentine for you, and I will be entering this over in the 3 Girl Jam 3D Valentine with ribbon contest. So I hope you've gone over there and checked out their challenge blog and are entering. They have some really neat prizes going on today. Now, the papers that I'm using for today's project are leftovers, and I'll explain what I mean by that in just a minute. What I have done is I've taken my little bags that I have on hand, and they're these little flat bags, and I'm going to make treat bags out of them. So to start with, what I have done is I have cut across the top. You see this one is 2 layers. I took my paper trimmer and I trimmed it off so it was even, and then I took my paper punch, and for most of them I used a scallop punch from Fiskars. It's this one right here. I actually had another one that I used initially, but it was too intricate, and this actually took a little bit of time. I saw the idea, somebody posted on Pinterest, punching the paper bags, and it's really a neat idea. It is not without some time, and maybe it's because my bags are so thin, I kept jamming my punch. So be careful when you're doing it. In fact, now that it's all done, I may take some aluminum foil and run it through my punch just to sharpen it back up again. The paper that I used was left over. This is my Can Company paper that I used to do my bulletin board that I showed you a couple days ago. And so I saved this empty space because I thought of this project while I was working on that bulletin board. And I saved this, and I used these pieces to decorate my bag. So I'm getting more potential out of my paper rather than just throwing these papers away. Then also on that same day, I showed you how to use the center point feature on the Cricut, and I had all of these hearts left that were cut from the center. If you missed that video, I'll put a link below to which one it is, because it was kind of fun to see using the center point of the Cricut, how that I could use my hearts for that project, and then since I was covering up the center with another piece of paper, all of these hearts didn't go to waste, and so now I can use them for today's. Then I just took my crocodile and just punched holes in all of those. I'm using cherry lipstick, 3 Girl Jam crinkle ribbon, and then I use these 2 glitter mists. I used cherry pink and candy apple red. On one of them I also used my homemade water and perfect pearls, but it just wasn't very seeable on the brown paper bag. I added a little bit of shimmer, but I decided I wanted a little bit more. And I'll warn you, if you're using brown paper bags, even this cherub pink, you can barely see it. Now the candy apple red is bright, but you can barely see it. Barely see the other colors. So this is what I have come up with. Now I know this is kind of messy, but I just kind of like the way it turned out. I didn't like all the blank space, and I thought the sprays were a quick way to add some interest. And by the time I get my heart on it, and I'm not even going to try to match the heart to the paper since all the paper coordinates, but by the time I get my heart on it, I just like the way that extra detail of the spray. Now again, going across the top of the bag was difficult. It was this bag is so thin, and then you have the component of the glue because I did it after I had glued on my trim paper. So be careful. You can do it, but it does take some care to get it across, and I just like the way it turned out. So here's some of the bags. There's the first one. This one I used the pink, and it has a shimmer. I don't know how well the camera will pick that up, but it does have a shimmer, but it's not bright and bold like the red. This one I sprayed a little bit of red. I didn't spray quite as much, but this one has red. And this one again has some of the pink. And this one has some of the pink. And more pink here. This one has the red. Now this is the one, you can see the detail from the back a little bit better, that I used this more intricate punch, but it just was too easy for it to get caught up. And you see I didn't punch my holes in there very straight on that, but it'll still be okay. But that's why I only did it on the first one, because it just was a little bit too intricate for the paper bags. And this is another red one. So no two of these are alike because I was using up paper. And then this is what it looks like with the heart all on it. Now I have little treats that are going in these bags. And the reason I don't have them all finished up right now is because on a different day I'm going to do one of the treats that I'm putting in the bag. I'm going to show you here on YouTube and on my blog. So they're not quite ready for the treat bags to be filled, but as you can see, you just run the ribbon through the holes, and then I just put one hole in the heart center, and then I ran both tails of the ribbon through that heart center so that I could have tie the bow, and it's nice and secure, and I will be able to give my treats. So thanks so much for stopping by today for this 3D Valentine with ribbon, and come back tomorrow for the next project. Have a great day, and remember, take some time to enjoy the little things. Bye.